All right, so today we have a special guest, Gretel Ramirez, who's coming in to chat about entrepreneurship through network marketing. Now, Gretel used to work in the financial district in New York City. I'm not sure if it was Wall Street, but she used to work in finance in Manhattan, New York City. And she just decided one day that even though she enjoyed what she did for a living, she didn't want to work for somebody forever. And so she started looking at different opportunities on how she could become an entrepreneur and discovered network marketing. So today, Gretel is a full-time network marketer. She no longer works in the finance world out in Manhattan. She still lives in New York City, but today we will be interviewing her transition from quitting her 9-to-5 to becoming an entrepreneur, the lessons that she learned along the way. And you're definitely gonna wanna stay tuned, because if you're thinking, man, I don't wanna do this job forever, I'd like to try something else, be my own boss. You know, network marketing is a phenomenal way to get your feet wet. Robert Kiyosaki is a huge fan of network marketing. We're gonna talk about that on the show, so definitely stay tuned. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to K-Talk Radio 1640 AM. This is the show, Utah Home Sweet Home. And our very special guest today is Gretel Ramirez. Gretel, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Yoshi, for having me. I'm so excited.
Definitely. What attracted you enough to this network marketing industry, this particular product, let's just say, but the industry in general, that made you leave your comfortable finance job in Manhattan, New York City? Like, what was it that you was like, you know, I'm going to take the risk and leave this cushy, comfy job that I make a good living and go start from scratch in network marketing? What was it that sold you on it?
Yoshi, this is an amazing question, but it's also a funny one.
Okay.
Such a great question. So before I decided to leave, you know, my amazing job, because it was an amazing job. I had such an amazing 13 years there, and of course the pay was amazing.
Yeah.
The bonuses, amazing.
Yeah.
So when I had a little light bulb turn on, I called my husband. Excited. Babe, I'm leaving my job.
That's always a scary call to get from your wife.
Silence. And I'm like, hello? Hello? He's like, no, I'm here. So I'm like, are you excited, babe? Look, I'm going to leave my job. That's it. I don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have a condo.
Yeah.
And we have other bills.
Right.
And he's like, do I need to give you an answer now? I'm like,
don't need to give you that. That's awesome.
I'm like, yes. I'm like, all right, we'll talk at home.
Yeah.
So after talking and stuff like that, you know, we put ourselves into a position where we were able to sell the condo and not worry so much about our debt.
Got it.
But the reason why network marketing for me is so important is the freedom.
Gotcha.
Once I had my son, freedom from a 9-to-5 job of showing up every single day, like telling me you can't have this time off, you can't do this, you can't do that, for me was a big thing for me. And once I had my son, being there for him was like number one key.
Right.
I wanted to be there when he was growing up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to miss every step or the beat.
Right.
You know, I wanted to see the first time he walked, the first time he said mom, dad, like I wanted all of that, and for me that's very important.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, when I decided to become an entrepreneur, this was a while back, left my old industry of hair. I was in the fashion world too.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, for those of you who are listening, I used to be Anderson Cooper's personal hairstylist for over 6 years in New York City myself. And Matthew Broderick was a client, Joan Osborne. Anyways, I was a slave to the hair salon, right? I didn't own the hair salon. I worked at a salon in Manhattan on 5th Avenue, and I was a slave to the salon where I had to show up and provide a service, high-end haircuts, to some of the world's wealthiest people. They'd come in and right on 5th Avenue, and you'd find out what these people do for a living, and you're like, oh my gosh, this, just incredibly wealthy individuals. But I said the same thing. This isn't for me forever. Like, I don't want to do this forever. And I remember thinking, and luckily for me, I was not married, no kids. So, the only person who had to suffer from my lack of income was me, right? I ate a lot of ramen because it was cheap food. And so the freedom, though, once I got the taste of what that freedom tasted like, I knew to myself I could never go back to working for someone, even if I made less as an entrepreneur, because I was making a lot less as a dead broke actor than a high-end hairstylist, right? Yes. And so you just figure it out. For me, I was like, I just got to figure this out. I cannot go back to cutting hair because the freedom is just that beautiful.
It is.
All right, so we just had Gretel Ramirez come onto the show and share about network marketing and the power of being an entrepreneur and utilizing a system like network marketing to have very minimal risk when starting your entrepreneurial journey. Now, a lot of people want to go out there, they want to invent a product, develop a product, or maybe start a restaurant or start a service. Great, all more power to you. But if you're just tired of your job and you're thinking there's got to be a better way, and you don't have a restaurant you want to start up or a product you want to invent, then maybe it's a good idea to start entertaining, looking and researching different network marketing businesses out there to start a side hustle that could one day potentially replace your main hustle. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to this channel, and if you have any questions or comments, please put them down in the comment section below. And thanks so much for watching.